Meeting expectations is good. Exceeding them is better. Ron Kaufman. Expectations are something that are a part of us. We have expectations for others, others have expectations for us. But regardless of who these expectations are set by, they seem to have one thing in common. Our expectations can either shatter us, or we can shatter them. But how exactly do we shatter our expectations? Well, before I answer that question, let me share with you my personal experience with expectations. I always put in both passion and dedication into the one thing that I love most, motivational speaking. But one day, after putting in both my passion and my dedication, rather than carrying home the biggest trophy, I carried home my disappointment. Because that day I had failed to motivate my audience. I was devastated. I felt like a broken mirror shattered all over the place. Until my mom came. She gently patted me on the shoulder and said, "It's okay. You tried your best and that's what matters. You'll get them next time." And even though she didn't realize it, these words had a huge impact on me. They picked up the broken fragments of my heart and pieced them together because they helped me realize that I could sit here and cry over broken glass all day long, or I could stand tall and look at it from a different perspective, see that something new was being reflected in those shards, something that I could take as a lesson to learn from and rebuild and continue on my path wiser. In other words, I could decide that my expectations will break me. Or I could see that they were just trying to make me a wiser person so that I could continue on my path with even more dedication and even more passion. And that is exactly what I did. I revised my speech, and the next week I got back up onto that stage and I let my message be heard loud and clear. And even though I didn't win first place that day, I was proud of myself for the effort that I had put in. In fact, I had exceeded my expectations. I had shattered my expectations. But how exactly did I do it? Was it magical fairy pixie dust? No, it was something even more fantastic. It was passion and it was dedication. But before we even get into how I shattered my expectation, what is shattering an expectation? Is it always winning? Is it always proving your point right? Is it impressing the people around you? Well, honestly, I don't know. Because it differs from person to person, each pursuing their own expectations. But what I do know is that it always boils down to one point. It boils down to pursuing an expectation that you are passionate about, because only if you pursue something that you are passionate about will you then be motivated to always keep moving forward on the path to shattering that expectation. For example, I choose something related to speaking because it's what I'm passionate about. And choosing something that you're passionate about will ensure that you follow the second word, dedication. Because once you start on a path, you must follow all the way through with it, no matter how winding it gets. Because I assure you, no expectation is going to be easy to shatter. You will have moments where you feel like your expectations have shattered you, and that is totally okay. But what is more important is that during these moments, you don't lose hope. Instead, you stand tall and you reach deep down and let your passion guide you and your dedication drive you. Walk around those sharp edges, twists, and turns. Keep running forward, because if you do, you will reach somewhere in the end. Somewhere that you do, in fact, shatter your expectations. And this is what I plan to do, because one of my passions is helping others. And I expect to do this in the medical field, but it's not going to be an easy path, and I know that. So I promise to let my passion guide me and my dedication drive me. And I ask for all of you to do the same as well. Don't let your expectations shatter you. Go out and shatter your expectations. Thank you.